1991 graduate of Sterling High School. In soccer, he was named to the All-Colonial Conference First Team and All-South Jersey Group 2 First Team. Kevin also excelled in track and field, where he was the South Jersey Group 2 pole vault champion and Camden County champion. In his senior year, he broke the 27-year-old pole vault record, which still stands today. Please welcome back Kevin Hanrahan.
Should have whistled.
No. I have to be able to see them.
Good evening, everyone. So obviously, I did have Bill on top of just being my English teacher. I was a teacher here for a few years, and Bill was the athletic director, and we did form quite a relationship over that time. Before I say all my thank yous, I want to recognize Coach Shep again. Shep, where are you at? Are you still out there?
Yep, still.
So I coached with Shep. When I taught here for 2 years, I coached track and field with Shep and went on, and I've coached track for 20 more years after that. Very modest man, but and I knew he would get up here and talk about the kids, and it's all about the kids. But one thing I want to point out about Shep is the dedication he puts into the program. I got to see him over the years. We were all the same meets. We spoke all the time, and you know we have like a brotherly love between us. But the amount of time he puts in, it's more than a normal coach. It's a love for the athletes, but it's a love for helping these young men grow up. So I got a lot out of coaching my 2 years here with Shep about connecting with the kids and really helping them become responsible young men that are going to contribute to society. He always held his kids up to a very high standard, and they really did step up. So Coach Shep, thank you again for being a mentor while I was here. So many people I could thank between my high school and my collegiate career. I will go back in time, and I will try not to spend too much time, but as anybody connected to Sterling knows, one of the families, the Sheehan family, I go back prior to my Sterling days with the Sheehan family. Matt's older brother, Dennis, was a soccer coach of mine in Magnolia. I grew up in Magnolia, the smallest of the towns, maybe not with Long Springs, but we had a little soccer program there with not even enough kids to field a juvenile level team. We had novice and juvenile, and we had to bring the younger kids like myself up to play at the juvenile level, and Dennis was our coach. I don't know if Den was living in Magnolia at the time or not, but I know he put a lot of time into our program, and I think the soccer player I was, even though, I guess I'm here because of my track accomplishments, the soccer player I was a lot because of the Sheehan family, and the roots in soccer with the Sheehans goes deep. Very, very phenomenal family, athletic family when it comes to soccer. So Den, hopefully Matt will let them know that I was speaking of him because I loved him like a father, and he really taught me a lot. My track and field career here, I have a few different people I could thank, Paul Franz being one of them. Paul was my track coach my junior and senior year, and a lot of funny memories. I think I taught him more about the pole vault than he taught me, but he was always very supportive. My memories of I was about to say Clearview, because that's actually where I teach and coach. I've been coaching and teaching since I graduated college for 26 years now. My memories of Sterling are just incredible. The support that I got, and being in education and being a teacher and being involved in things like budgets for athletics, I never got any of that. But the support I always got here was phenomenal. Everything from the buying of new uniforms to the buying of athletic equipment. Not that anybody out there would probably know this except for Shep and every athletic director. A pole vault pole, even back in the 90s, was $300 to $400. Now we're talking about $500. I got 2 every single year of my high school career, bought for me, specifically for my weight and the height that I needed. Even down to my senior year, the pole that I broke the school record with, it was a $500 pole in 1991. That's super expensive. And it was the exact one I asked for, and I always got that support. Paul Franz was always there for me as a coach, even when he and I were jumping in his car, going up the states and having a pole sticking out the side of it because it was just me and him, and hoping not to get pulled over because it was probably sticking out a little bit too far. But the support was always there from the staff, from the athletic directors. I didn't know as a sophomore in high school that if I qualified for states and didn't go, they could stop me from competing the next year. But Bill Morrow, the athletic director, he helped take care of that because I was going to the prom and I didn't really know that I had to go. So he spoke to the people that had to be spoken to make sure that I was good to go my junior year to continue my athletics career. And that was like across the board here. Joe Russo was my soccer coach, Manny Rue as we like to call him. And even when I came back here to teach in 1999 and 2000, I coached with Joe in soccer, and he trusted me enough to at days, turn the program over to me. And it's funny, I see Pete Marley's now here, and he was one of my soccer players, and Gene Noor, his dad coaches tennis, and I coach against him. He's a GCIT, and we talk about Gene, and I have a lot of really great memories here as a teacher and as an athlete. So thank you to the entire Sterling family, the staff, the athletic department, the administration, from the top down, they were nothing but supportive of my entire time here as a student, and I was a clown, and I was tough to deal with, but non-stop, I got that support, and as a teacher, I don't know, I feel like I was even more of a clown, but I still got that support as a coach here, coaching soccer and track and field. I want to thank my family. They've always supported me, whether it was in high school and traveling all over the state to different track or soccer games, or even in college. I would turn around at St. John's, and there would be my dad taking pictures. I'd be at Princeton competing, and there's my dad taking pictures, and that always meant a lot. I want to thank my wife and my extended family for being here tonight. It's tough to be a high school coach, and even now with being the long hours, and I'm only doing tennis now. I'm not even doing track, which was every single weekend, but doing tennis, you have your long weekends with your tournaments, the support that I get at home. I know it's tough sometimes, but maybe I really appreciate to my wife, Angela. Lastly, I want to thank my brother, Brian. He lives in Tampa, so unfortunately, as everybody knows, with the weather down here, with weather down there, he couldn't make it up. He went unscathed. His house is all good, but there were no flights. I was lucky enough to have a brother that was 3 years older than me, so everything I did was what my big brother did. I did it early. I rode the bike early. Everything I did athletically was to try to be better than him. And he was always supportive, except for once. My freshman year was his senior year. The last meet of our track and field career, we tied in the pole vault. We both jumped 11 feet. I was ecstatic because that was the highest I'd ever jumped. He had jumped that height a few times, but that was his best height, and that was my best height. And we tied, and he took the ribbon. Because we used to get a ribbon, and he just took it from me and didn't show me any love at all. Because I guess he was going to go out with that first place ribbon. But I did spend my entire career looking up to my brother. My brother played varsity soccer, graduated in '88, played with Matt. Matt graduated a year before. Played with Mike, that's being honored earlier. And he wore number 13, so no surprise. My entire career, I wore number 13. That dirty, musty, crappy jersey went literally from my brother's back his senior year to my back my sophomore year when I made varsity. I did ask Joe to get me a new jersey, which he did the following year, and I still have that jersey at my house.
I'm wearing it.
I appreciate it. So if you want this shirt back to replace it, then that's fine. But it's in my mom's house in the closet, cut up sleeves, everything, because it didn't quite fit. But I do take a lot of pride in that, and I do want to publicly thank my brother for always being an inspiration and being support. He's texting me all night tonight. I sent the picture of he and I that was up, and it means a lot. It always pushed me. Lastly, thank you to everyone here for coming out tonight. I know we all have lives get busy, and I know you're supporting the other inductees. Congratulations to you guys. Hope everybody has a good night. Take care and thank you.
Can I whistle? No. Oh, my God.
Kevin's a modest individual. He did not mention maybe his single greatest athletic achievement. Where are you, Kevin? What was that? You were named All Tri-County Basketball for 3 straight summers at the swim club.
We played a lot of ball together. I think back to how old he was at that time, and I could not run it like that. I'm that age.